Special meeting of the Port St. Joe City Commission to order. Jim?
Yes, sir, Mayor. We were trying to call the meeting together today because we know the urgency of trying to get a contractor on the ground to work with the, to get the boat ramp improvements done before the summer session. What we have is, if you'll flip over, we did have bid openings on January the 19th. And the initial low bid was North Florida Construction at $644, $499.25, with Kathy Construction coming in at $656, $266.53. Mr. Cathy has provided some information today indicating that he does have a place of business within Gulf County. And we also gave you a copy of our resolution that outlines that. Basically what it says is a Florida corporation, limited liability company, or any other business entity whose principal place of business is within Gulf County, Florida, or which maintains a full-time business office open to the public within Gulf County, Florida. Mr. Brian Cathy did have an email sent over today, which is on your desk too, that actually indicates that he does meet that requirement within Gulf County. The question comes into play about approval from the state. We called up today to FWC, who's actually administering the grant. Basically, we refer to Florida Statute 287. 287 does talk about procurement, but it doesn't talk about local preference. There's a separate statute 255 that actually talks about local preference that says they're not permissible. So what we've got is, our recommendation from staff is to table this thing so we can get some more information on it, because we don't know which statute needs to be followed. Normally, whenever you're applying for money from the state or the feds, they tell you up front, okay, you can or you can't. What's different about this is a NERDA grant that's flowing through to FWC, so they're not very familiar with this process on these things. So we wanted to bring it to you today so you'll know where we're at with it. Any question you may have that we can pose to Tallahassee, but at this point in time, our recommendation is that we table this thing so we can bring you some better information back.
Jim, if we table this, who's the authority on this? Whose advice are we gonna take?
Right now, we got several different avenues I think we need to look at. I'm gonna get with Mr. McCahill, but normally on this kind of thing, what you wanna do is, I think we want to send this to FWC to see if we can get somebody to, but all indications are right now, they just told us to follow our procurement laws in 287. It may be, we'll be getting AG's opinion on this thing, maybe something to look at too, so.
Jim, so we got our low bidder is the 644, 499.25, right?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Where's North Florida Construction out of?
Tallahassee. On it.
They're out of Clarksville, I believe is where they're out, yeah.
Clarksville. And then Kathy Construction is the second.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
So we're trying, just so I understand everything, because I haven't talked to you about it.
Yes.
So we're trying to figure out if Kathy can qualify for local preference.
That is correct, oh, there, yes.
Whether you can use
Well,
the state funds that are
Yeah.
paying for this boat.
It qualifies under the city's regulations. It's just now, whether these funds coming from where they're coming from, is it allowed?
Correct.
That's what that is about.
That's, because if you take,
Me, you know, we got a local person that I'm also people getting local preference. So, you know, I would like for us to research this thing and find out exactly where we stand and then move forward with it. So I need a motion to entertain tabling this until, either our next meeting or until we hear back from staff. We can maybe call a special meeting if we
Yes.
get to.
I'd like to speak on it just a minute, Mr. Mayor, because, you know, it gives me heartburn very much to wait another 2 weeks before we award this bid. I'm all about local preference. I'm all about Kathy Construction. They give a lot to our community. But I wanna get this right. I wanna do it the right way. I do not wanna give somebody out of town this job if we can legally do something different. The main thing that I just wanna be sure on this job is it's completed in a timely manner. No change orders being made. I had somebody from North Florida Construction the other day I ran into, and just talking to them, you know, I said the same thing, that this is our boat ramp, this is a revenue source for the city, and we gotta have all the revenue we can. But if y'all don't feel like that, waiting 2 weeks is gonna hurt us a whole lot, I'll make that motion to table this thing until our next meeting on the 7th, I believe.
ask, what is your schedule like? I mean, is this something that if we wait 2 weeks and then it's awarded to you, is it gonna be 2 months, 3 months, or is this something we can get started on right away? I know you got crews out working right now quite a bit.
This project is something that the initial site work, the demolition work, we were gonna be working with Jason White Construction, who's also here locally. And he's gonna have several weeks of work before we start the dock construction. So waiting 2 weeks doesn't hurt us, or it doesn't hinder us at
So
all.
the process will start pretty quickly.
Yes, yes.
Do you see any problem with finishing to where when we supposed to finish by then, what was our?
Well, we were trying to get it done before boat season started, so the sooner the better is what we were trying. That's why we want to call this meeting immediately.
Memorial Day, I'd say.
Does the contract specify finish date?
Timeframe.
I don't,
It does.
100
Yeah,
days.
100 days.
How
100
much was
days,
it, Clay? 100 days?
100 days.
That's what I had in mind.
so that'll be cutting it close.
It's a very tight schedule. One of the things I wanted to do, if we're the contractor you go with, was to sit down with the city and with Mr. Smallwood and see if there's a way we could try to phase it so that we could do, at least get something open as quickly as possible. Because the last thing you want is everybody that's using the city ramp going to Highland View because there's gonna be too many insurance claims.
Yeah, this is,
Well, and
I mean,
that's the issue right there, is finishing on time, because
Right.
it's a revenue source for us, Brian, and
We gotta have it open.
we gotta have that part open.
Right.
I would say we need, and this is a timely project. I would say there needs to be something in the contract as far as, some penalty.
There already is.
I mean, what is it, Brian?
$500 a day, $500 a day.
That's pretty steep. I'd say you probably need that. Wouldn't you, Brian?
Oh, we have no intentions of being late. We've never been late yet. We're not gonna start now.
That's all I have. I'm fine with it.
Any further discussion?
My table stand.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right.
Jim, can you contact the low bidder and ask these same questions, kind of get a feel for time frame and all that too, in case it does come up?
Yes,
So we can be sure that no matter who gets this, can get it told quick,
Yeah, we gotta make a decision either
real
way.
fast.
quick, I know, that's why we want to get together quick as we
And,
can.
and I say again, if y'all get an answer sooner, let's go and have a special
Yeah,
meeting.
call a
get it all
special
done.
meeting, let's
Wait.
do it, and then that way we're ready
If
to
it
pull the
takes
trigger
that
on
long
this
to
thing.
get it done, so be it, but if we can have another special meeting, and once you find out.
We can call
All right, call
Thank you, guys.
it. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Mayor, excuse me just a moment. We had an email from Florida League of Cities. There are 3 vacancies on the Florida Municipal Insurance Trust Board. And they were asking if anyone was interested in serving. It would involve going to meetings, Orlando, different places.
I'll make the motion that Mr. Ashbrook assumes that position.
How often do they meet?
I really don't
Right.
know.
Is there somebody we can contact to find out?
Julie's
I
gonna
will.
make a motion to
If you'll
second
contact
that.
me and say, schedule a meeting, if usually are, I might consider it.
Thank you.
Would the city pay my travel expenses to this meeting? Since I'm on that board?
They probably, I mean, I know other.
Right. Okay. All right, if you find that out for me, Ms. Charlotte.
Yes, sir, I will. Thank you.
All right, be safe.
Motion stands.
Both thank you.
Well, I wouldn't, I can't, I've already gone to Orlando for 3 months.
Need another
Wait, so-